Let's do 12. Let's do 13. I'm gonna keep it. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So I'm gonna be doing another declutter video with you guys, and we are gonna be decluttering my foundations again. I know. I just decluttered my foundations earlier this year, as well as pretty much my entire makeup collection. So I do have a series on that if you guys missed it. I'll try to have the series linked down below. But what made me want to do this video is the other day I was going through my foundation drawer trying to find a foundation. And as I was doing that, I felt overwhelmed because my foundation drawer has gotten so cluttered compared to how it was earlier this year when I did my foundation declutter video. So I told myself, Andrea, we need to go ahead and declutter it again, because the foundations in that drawer, I'm going to show you guys a clip right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But this is how it looks. It is full. I can't really fit any more foundations in here. I know I can just go ahead and switch the drawer and put my foundations in my bottom drawers, because those are bigger than this drawer, but I really don't want to do that because that's just going to allow me to collect and accumulate more foundations. So I want to stick to having this particular drawer for my foundations, but I wanted to challenge myself today to keep 10 foundations. And I know that may not sound like a lot to some, that may sound like a lot to some, but to me, I feel like it's more reasonable. And I know there are still foundations that are coming out. There will be foundations that I will be doing reviews for. For instance, the new ColourPop Tinted Moisturizer, I'm waiting for that to come in the mail, and I definitely will be doing a review on that. But what I have right now is what I actually just want to go through, declutter, because some of these I have not touched ever since I did my declutter video. Some of these I don't really care for as much as I did. And then there are some that I really do not see myself parting away from because they are my absolute favorites. So I have them right here. I went ahead and pulled all of them out and put them in my box right here. So I feel like it's gonna be hard, but at the same time, I feel like it's not gonna be that hard because I know what I like, and what I like, I feel like I use over and over and over again. So I don't know. Let's just see what happens. So I'm just gonna reach in here, and the ones that I'm not gonna keep, I will be donating those. I don't want you guys to think I'm gonna throw all of this stuff away, but I definitely do donate makeup that I use, or makeup that is used. I definitely donate that. So with that being said, the first one that I will definitely be keeping, and by the way, I'm going to show you guys all the foundations that I'm not keeping once I'm done pulling out the ones that I am going to be keeping. So the first one I'm definitely keeping is the NARS Naturally Radiant Foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations, and I know I have raved about this several times on my channel. It has made it into I did like a top foundation video earlier it was last year, but it definitely made it into that video, and I just don't see myself getting rid of this until I actually use it up. So I'm definitely keeping this. And oh, I'm in the shade Macau, by the way, in the NARS Naturally Radiant. And another one I want to keep, let's see, oh, NYX Born to Glow. This is one that I actually did side by side with the NARS Naturally Radiant. I just uploaded the video, it was about a week ago from now, and I did a side by side comparison. Both of these are really, in my opinion, they're really similar. So you have a more affordable one, and this one is a little, well, obviously more than the one by NYX, but love the finish of both of these foundations. Very natural, they're not too dewy. It's just a really nice glow within look that I absolutely positively love. So I definitely don't see myself getting rid of these. The next one is in the shade Cappuccino. I've actually been wearing this, I wore this twice this week. I know I haven't done like a full wear test with this all over the face, but I have worn this twice this week, and so far I am still loving this foundation. So I definitely want to keep that. So that's 2. We have 8 more to pull out. So let's see. Bobbi Brown. Definitely keeping this one until I run out. This is the Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. This has SPF 15. And by the way, I do have my foundation list down below in my description. Like, it's not all the foundations I wear, but it's just some of them, so that way you guys can see what shades I wear and, you know, go off of that list if you think you are my shade, or if you think you wear the same shade as I do. But yeah, this is in the shade Golden Almond. I recently used this in a well, yeah, I used this in a recent video. There we go. I used this in a recent video and I forgot how good it was. So I definitely want to keep this. I want to hold on to it until I'm done. So I have the CoverGirl foundations. I have the CoverGirl Matte Made, and then I have the CoverGirl Full Spectrum Matte Ambition foundation. I feel like both of these are pretty close. The biggest difference between these two is the shade. I wear the shade D50 in the CoverGirl True Blend, and then I wear the shade deep golden in the Full Spectrum. And I did a video wearing both of these side by side. It was actually like drugstore versus drugstore. I did that earlier this year. It was about a couple of months back, I believe. But I like how Full Spectrum looks on my face than I do the CoverGirl True Blend. Even though I like the True Blend foundation, I just like how the shade in the Full Spectrum foundation looks compared to the CoverGirl. Even though I feel like the formula of the foundations are the same, they're pretty close, if not the same. But definitely gonna keep this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and declutter the True Blend. Okay, so we have 6 more to pull out. Okay. Estee Lauder Double Wear, definitely keeping. This is a foundation that I reach for when I know for a fact that I need, for one, full coverage, because this is gonna give you full coverage, and 2, if I know that I need something that's going to stay on the face all day and still look flawless. Estee Lauder Double Wear, I feel like everybody needs at least, if you don't have a high-end foundation in your collection, this one I recommend. If you don't have not one high-end foundation in your collection and you want a high-end foundation, definitely get this one. Estee Lauder Double Wear, just get it. Oh, and I'm in the shade Sandalwood, by the way, in the Estee Lauder. Okay, let's do e.l.f. e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. This one is my top drugstore foundation. If not the CoverGirl Full Spectrum or the CoverGirl True Blend, this one I'd say is one of my top drugstore affordable foundations. I have 2 shades in front of me. So this one is Nutmeg, and then I have the shade Cocoa. I can actually wear both shades. Nutmeg is a little bit warmer and Cocoa is a little bit lighter. This one is my perfect winter shade, but I'm gonna keep Nutmeg because I can actually wear Nutmeg year round. Even though it is a little bit lighter than Cocoa, I can always even it out with a concealer. So I'm definitely going to keep this one, and I will be decluttering Cocoa. Okay, girl, we are down to picking out 4 foundations. Let's choose wisely because let's choose wisely. Oh, okay, this is like a no-brainer. The Fenty Hydrating Foundation. I like this one so much better than the original Fenty, which I have it right here. Where did it go? There it is. This one, the Pro Filter Foundation, which is the first one that they came out with. This one is a little bit more matte. This one is, like it says, is a hydrating foundation. I like the color of this one better than the original one. Both of these are $4.20. But this one looks so much better on my skin. I like the natural finish. I like how it's not heavy. It just looks so good. I've actually done a review on this already. I compared this one to another foundation. I think it was the Too Faced Born This Way, which I do have the Too Faced on the face right now. So, ooh, we definitely keeping that one too. But yeah, definitely keeping the Fenty Hydrating Foundation, and I will be decluttering the Fenty Soft Matte. Is that what they call it? Yeah, the Soft Matte Pro Filter Foundation. Speaking of Too Faced, definitely keeping this. This is the Born This Way foundation in the shade Chai. It's what I have on my face right now. I think these are really close. Since they're close, I honestly don't need both, but it's hard. It's hard. Okay. I'm gonna keep them both. Okay, we have 8 picked out already. That means we have 2 more left to pick. This is so hard. I thought it was gonna be easy, but girl, we have a lot of foundations in here, and for me to just pick out 2 and get rid of the rest, this is hard. Let's do 12. Instead of 10, let's do 12. So I'm gonna pick out 4 more and we'll be done, because I know if I pull out more than that, I'm not gonna touch those foundations. So foundation stick, Mented foundation stick, definitely gonna keep. This is in the shade T40. This has become one of my favorite foundation sticks, so I definitely want to keep this. I like how it looks. I've already done a review on this, but I definitely want to keep that. Another foundation that I definitely want to keep is the Cover FX Power Play. I'm in the shade G100. I love the coverage of this. I love how it looks on my skin as like an all-day wear foundation. I've already done a review on this. It's been a while, but I know I did a review on this. Or maybe it was like a full testing new products video and this was just included in it. I don't know, I forgot, but I know I have done something with this foundation on my channel, but definitely want to keep this because I like how it looks on my skin and I like how it wears as well. Let's do 13. Let's do 13 and I'm done, I promise you, because I see 3 foundations that I am not decluttering. So the other one is Anastasia. I've already done a review on this. I'm in the shade 470C. It's pretty new and I can't declutter this. Not right now, not yet. I just need to wear some more of it, wear it some more, get more use out of it, and yeah, we keeping her. Another one that I definitely want to keep is the Thrive Cosmetics CC Cream. This was my go-to product over the summer, over the spring. This is really, really great if you're wanting something very light, very sheer, but at the same time, it gives you a nice coverage. Like, it doesn't look like you have on foundation. It just looks like you have even skin, very, what's the word? It's luminous on the skin, but if you want it to look a little bit more matte, you can, of course, you know, put your setting powder on top to make it look matte. But you can wear this without setting it. You can wear it with, you know, you can set it if you want. But this was my go-to foundation or CC cream for the summer and spring. So I definitely want to keep this because there are days where I just want to put on just a little bit of coverage, and this is one of them. So I'm keeping this. Oh, and the shade I have is Rich. Okay, very last foundation that I'm definitely keeping that I will not be decluttering anytime soon is the new Beauty Bakery Insta Bake Aqua Glass Foundation. I did a review on this as well, and I was surprised by how good this foundation was. This is so much better than their first foundation that they came out with. This looks so pretty on the skin, and I just do not see myself decluttering soon because I definitely want to get more use out of it. It is dewy, but it's not too dewy. It's like that perfect medium. I love how it looks. It just gives you that nice, like it says, aqua glass look, and it's really, really pretty on the skin. So I have the shade 315W. Yeah, keeping that too. Okay, we are done. We narrowed it down to 13 foundations, and I feel good. I feel really, really good with keeping these. I'm gonna go ahead and organize them, put them in my drawer so you guys can see how they look. So here's a little clip of them in my drawer. But I feel so much better. So much better. I have room to try out new foundations, add foundations, and then once, you know, this drawer gets too full again, we will be doing another declutter. I feel like I need to do declutters more often. So maybe like every, I don't know, how often should I do a declutter video? Or how often should I declutter my makeup? Let me know how often you declutter your makeup. I feel like it needs to be more than once a year because y'all know this is what I do. Like, I review products, I receive products, I go out and purchase products just so that you guys can know what's good, what's not good, all of that. But let's talk about, or let me show you guys the ones that I will be donating. And I already know some of you are gonna be like, girl, why are you getting rid of that foundation? But it has to be done. I'm telling you, it has to be done. If not, it's just gonna still sit in my drawer, not be touched. Even though I do my monthly everyday makeup drawers, still some of them I still have not touched, and I just need to go ahead and donate them. So First one I have in here that I will be donating is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Espresso. Then we have the, oh, why is this still in here? I need to keep this. This is the Oma Beauty foundation, but I haven't used it. I've used it like several times. I put it in like my everyday makeup stash for 1 month. I used it. I'm gonna keep it. Next, we have the Fenty Beauty foundation. This is the one that I said I did not like as much as the hydrating one, so we are decluttering that. Then I have my Found foundation. This is one that I found. It's called Found, but I got this from Walmart. I don't know anywhere else that they sell this brand, but this is actually a good foundation. I just haven't touched it ever since I did my declutter video, even though I said in the video where I did the declutter that I was going to be using this like in my everyday makeup stashes. I still have not pulled it out. I have not touched it, and I've had this for a while, so it's time for me to let it go. This video is going so far left, like so far left. I have pulled out 2 more foundations out of this box that I need to keep. Like, I need to keep. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I need to keep these. The first one is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting, and then the other one is the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. I'm keeping these. We're gonna say we're keeping 15 foundations instead of 13 today. 15, okay? 15. So going back into the ones I'm decluttering, I have several foundation sticks that are pretty much almost empty. So here they are right here. We have the ColourPop foundation stick. I'm in the shade Deep Dark. This one's pretty much gone, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that away. Then I have my Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick. This was actually one of my first foundation sticks that I tried. This was way back, but and I've gone through several of these already, but this is one. It looks like I haven't really used it, but I don't use it as much anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that. And I'm in the shade 355 in that foundation stick. Another one I have is the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation stick. This is in the shade Chestnut, and I haven't really used this one much. I did like a first impression and review on this earlier this year, but ever since then, honestly and truly, I have not really touched it, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that. Another one I have is the Tarte Clay Stick foundation. I kept this one because this shade is actually good as a concealer, but I don't reach for it anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. Another one is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Long Wear foundation stick, and I have the shade Cocoa. Now, I love this foundation stick. As you guys can see, it's pretty much almost gone, but I haven't really reached for it much anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and trash that. Another stick I have is the Lancome foundation stick. This is in the shade 510 Suede. This is a little bit too dark for me. I would say this is maybe my summer shade, but it's still a little bit too dark. It's good, but it's just way too dark, so I'm gonna go ahead and donate that. Another stick foundation I have is the Hourglass stick foundation in the shade Honey, and I kept this because this is the shade that I could use as my concealer shade, but I don't even use this anymore. I've had this for almost 2 years now, so it's definitely time to throw that away. I have 2 more foundation sticks. One is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation stick. Now, I like this. It's just that I don't really reach for this anymore. I've been reaching for my Mented foundation stick more than anything, so that's why I'm keeping this one. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and donate the Wet n Wild one. I'm in the shade Almond. And another one, I have another one of these L'Oreal foundation sticks. This is in the shade Honey. This one, I think, yeah, this one was a little bit too light. I don't know why I still have it, but I'm gonna go ahead and donate that one. Then of course my other e.l.f. foundation in the shade Cocoa, which I mentioned earlier, I will be donating or getting rid of that because that's actually almost empty. I have the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. I know some of you are gonna be down my back about this, but I honestly did not love this foundation. I actually like to wear it with another foundation versus just wearing it by itself. So this is one of those foundations that I like to mix in with like a dewy foundation, because I feel like this is a little bit too drying on my skin. But since I don't even I have not reached for this since it's been a few months back, and when I did reach for it, I was mixing it in with another foundation. But it's one of those foundations that I'm not gonna reach for, so I'm definitely gonna go ahead and donate that. So my Maybelline Super Stay foundation, I'm actually almost out of this. Like, I'm scraping this foundation, so it's time for me to throw this away. This is one of my favorite drugstore foundations, so I can see myself repurchasing this, but I'm not gonna purchase it anytime soon because I really need to go through the foundations that I put to the side. So I'm not gonna go ahead, I'm not gonna purchase another one of these until it's gonna be a while. But this is definitely one of my favorite drugstore foundations. Love the coverage. It's definitely a full coverage foundation, and I like how it wears throughout the day. So I will be throwing this away because it's pretty much almost empty, and the pump on it broke. I don't know how, but I can't even pump out the product anymore, so I'm gonna throw that away. Then I have my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear foundation. I like this too. I just don't reach for it. It's just sitting in my freaking drawer and I don't reach for it. But this is in the shade 515. I probably use this maybe a total of 6-7 times, maybe 8. I got quite a bit of good use out of this. And it's not nowhere near empty. Like, it's not even halfway empty, so this is a good one to go ahead and donate, so I'll donate that one. And I have another Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation. This is just too dark. This is in the shade Clove. The one that I'm keeping is in the shade Golden, I believe. Yeah, Golden. So Clove is just like 2 shades darker, and it's just too dark for me. Barely use this. This is like pretty much brand new. I probably use it a couple of times just to swatch, and also just to kind of warm up or bronze or contour the face with. So this will be a good one to go ahead and donate as well. Then I have my Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation, another one of my favorite, well, one of my favorite drugstore foundations. I just don't really reach for it as much anymore. I've gone through 2 of these already. This is actually my 3rd bottle. And I'm just gonna go ahead and donate this because this is nowhere near empty. Like, I feel like this is pretty full. I just don't use it, so I'm just gonna donate this one as well. Then we have the Juvia's Place foundation. I use this, of course, for my review, and I also use it a few times after the review because I think I threw this in my everyday makeup stash for one of the months. But I like it. It's just, I don't know. I just don't reach for it anymore, like, at all. So even though there's still a lot of product in here, this is one that I will go ahead and donate as well. But the last 2 foundations in the box were these from the drugstore. I have the L'Oreal True Match, and then I have my NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. Both of these I don't even reach for anymore. The NYX Total Control Drop Foundation was my favorite summer foundation. The shade is Mocha. And then the L'Oreal True Match, this is in the shade Cocoa C8. I just don't reach for it anymore. By the way, this is a top from the ColourPop liquid foundation, so I just wanted to put a pump on it. But I think I need to go ahead and take this off since I am going to be getting rid of this. No, I'll just keep it on here. But both of these I don't even reach for anymore. Haven't reached for them since my declutter video, and I'm just going to go ahead and donate those. But yes, that's all, you guys. That is all. I know I said I was going to start out with just keeping 10. It kind of got hard, but I feel better because I don't have too much or too many to choose from, and I can just pull my drawer out and easily grab a foundation without having to dig and dig and dig. So I know the collection is going to build up again because It's like a non-stop rotation with all of these new products launching, but that's okay because we will be doing more declutters in the future. But yes, that is all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And let's also talk about the foundations that I shared in today's video. Which ones do you have? Which ones do you like? Which ones you felt I should have kept? Which ones you felt I should not have kept? Let's just talk about it down below in the comments. Let's chit chat. I love when you guys interact, so let's go ahead and chit chat down there. By the way, I am doing a giveaway on my channel every single month, and it is finally a new month, which means a new box. So every single month, I give away one box to one person, and it's really easy to enter. All you have to do is make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you thumbs up the video, as well as leave a comment down below in the comment section. And I don't want the comments to be anything about the giveaway. Let's talk about these foundations. Let's talk about your declutters. Let's talk about all of that. Let's chit chat. Let's just talk it up down below in the comments. And that is all that I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you thumbs it up. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.